Hi everyone, Lisa here of Eye of the Storm Coaching and Consulting. And for today's Tuesday's Truth, I'm going to talk about pain. Pain has been something that has been circling around my world for a while now. I've been engaged in several conversations about pain, and we all have our different ways of engaging it, of moving through it or not, of avoiding it, of diving into it, of worrying our way through it. And this weekend, I had an experience for myself where I thought a pain that I had already dealt with came back rising to the surface. And it was in a conversation on Monday where I was engaging with a friend and colleague where I heard the words, the expectation of someone to see us or hear us or engage us in a particular way is in part contributes to the pain that we experience. I had made a decision about something, and the decision was made because I was triggered from a pain point. Someone had said or written to me and had engaged in actions without consulting me. And I thought that we had moved beyond that way of operating and being with one another. And it hurt me. And my initial reaction typically is warrior. And I thought I had had a handle on that. I thought I had, I've been engaging in this body of knowledge and this way of living for a long time now. And I realize it's not in the big things, it's in the subtle ways in which warrior rises as a way to defend and protect me, where rise to defend and protect myself. And my pain reaction was in sense to try to cause pain for someone, even though I could talk my way out of thinking that's why I was reacting the way I was reacting. When it came down to it, it was exactly the trigger that was causing my reaction, my pain, and wanting to inflict pain. Or let me reframe that. It wasn't about wanting to inflict pain. I think that we want people to feel what we feel or some sense of what we feel. And that's what causes a lot of our reactions to, to inflict pain on those who have inflicted pain on us. And it's a vicious cycle. And the only person that we end up hurting is ourselves because we lock ourselves into a cycle of engagement and behaviors and strategies that keeps us exactly where we are. I made a choice after I had some conversations this weekend around making a conscious choice to move myself out of a cycle that I have been living for the past few years. And it feels freeing and it feels scary all at the same time because I have no idea what I'm going to create for myself now that I've made this choice to free myself. Pain is one of those layers of conversations that we could have for a million years. I don't believe that we can live a life without pain. That would be like saying to live a life without joy. In order to have joy or to know joy, I have to know pain to some degree. And I think for a lot of us, we try to avoid pain. It's one of those bad emotions that we tuck away or we want to put in a box or latch down so that we don't have to experience. And yet I know that when I allow myself to drop into it, I discover so much more about myself, and my life has the potential to take me places that I had no idea. Pain, it's a big one. And in this moment, I can feel myself freeing myself from a pain that I had, in some regards, self-inflicted on myself because of my warrior side. The side that really is there to defend and protect me, but sometimes actually keeps me where we are. As I close out today's Tuesday's Truth, I want to leave you with a consideration. What are some of the pain points in your life? And what are some of the strategies that you may be aware or unaware of that you're running as a way to mitigate, defend, protect, or ignore the pain that's there? And are you willing to drop into it and make a different choice? Until the next time.